Right, was get kota, ora mo mi Hulanda.
Remy.
There's a lot of things to get used to. There's a lot of things that
Yeah.
can be very jarring. And we've been here how long now? I've been here, I think,
Too long.
I'm in my 15th year, I think.
Yeah, I'm just over 10 years. Moved here in 2013.
Our math isn't adding up because you didn't come that much later than I did. So either you're under counting or I'm over counting.
I think you're overcounting.
Yeah, because I came in 2013.
You
and
came
it's
2010.
2024.
2010.
Yeah, I came 2011. I came a year after you.
Okay, but
Yeah.
we've been here a damn long time. See,
Yeah.
we've been here so long that we can't count anymore. And I recently thought about the fact that at some point we're going to be living here longer than we have lived on Curaçao.
So.
Yeah, it's gonna a few more years and we're
So,
gonna
and then-
eclipse that.
And then
Yeah.
we're there. I don't know what that will do. I don't know how much of a difference that would make.
Okay, are we then still Antianos or is it Antiano card
No,
strips?
sowieso.
I don't know, dude. Like,
Zanger,
I,
Mati.
Can we still claim?
Got that Antiano soul. All these people walking around in fruki nanang. I'm doing it now. Shorts and flip flops, man. That Antiano heat is keeping me warm.
I think at some point when that happens, I'm definitely gonna have to go back every year. Just to just to like renew my Antiano card or something.
make sure you still know what the spots are.
Because we've been here a damn long time.
Yeah, really long.
And sowieso over huisbeing in Nang, there's a lot of stuff that's you have to get used to. There's the obvious things that, like, again, we don't have trains in Curaçao on the islands. We don't have
True.
OV the same way. So a lot of obvious things to get used to. There's also some things that I found unexpected that didn't know there was going to be a thing.
Yeah.
And also there's some stuff now that I'm still not used to. That's still jarring to me. That still throws me off sometimes. I remember, oh yeah, I'm in Hulanda.
Yeah, that's
Is it wrong?
yeah.
So I kind of wanted to just like pick y'all's brain to see how you guys experience it. Like, do you guys remember when you moved here first? What were like the big things, like the two big things that really threw you off and really thought, okay, now I gotta use this. Besides the obvious shit, like you gotta cook for yourself and all those things. So like besides the super obvious studenta shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, one big thing I had no idea was a thing up until I moved here was what a hashis milker was.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's a bad time. You got to watch out for them, and that's the thing. Apparently, my first room was ran by a notorious one. Like, apparently, she was in the news and whatnot. But I found out like achteraf when I already was like living in there and going to school and all that stuff. She was
Don't name drop. Don't name drop.
okay, fine.
Don't name drop.
But explain to the people like what is
Like-
to the people
like-
who don't know what is a hashis milk.
A hashish milker is basically a slumlord where they take one building and instead of having like a proper like 2 rooms that it's supposed to have, they'll cut it and make it into 4 rooms and then cramp a bunch of people in there.
Yeah.
Usually foreigners, usually expats,
People don't know any better.
people without papers.
Yeah.
It's
a bad time.
At one time, in one room, like the biggest room of that house, there was a family of 3 living, like a mom and dad and a little daughter. And then like a month later, like the mom and daughter were gone. Because like on the every month, like cops or the one or when I would come and banging on my door, like, who are you? Do you have a passport? You know who this person is? And like, the hell did I get myself into?
So it's like a different kind of ghetto.
Yeah, man.
We got ghetto shit in the islands too.
Yeah,
We got proper ghetto shit. This is ghetto shit masquerading in civil shit.
Yeah, no, but that's definitely
Like ghetto
something
na
like
Curaçao, basta uno mo tabay, basta what you getting yourself into.
Because was that your first situation moving here, or did you have a regular housing when you moved here and then you had to move into?
No. When I moved here, I crashed at Daryl's for like 3 months with him and with his other roommates, and then I got this place.
Oh wow! So it's kind of straight into that. Straight into that situation.
Because that's also a different thing for me compared to you guys. You guys came here with SSA one not.
I didn't know.
No,
SSA.
I
You
did.
didn't go? Or you got one of you had help from people. I was like, nah, I gotta like
Definitely
figure it out
helpful.
on my own. And that didn't work out too well.
I mean, it's a learning experience, right?
You gotta learn somehow.
But now I know. Now I know. Like, okay, I'm gonna rent this place. Like, hey landlord, let me get to know you first.
Thing is also like on the islands, there's no need to deal with that because you just live in your house and your parents' house and just where you grew up on. So there might be huisjes melkers on Curaçao too, but you know,
We just don't know about it.
no, because you live in the house you grew up in. So
But how do you get adjusted to that? Because like Daryl said, coming from like let's say a stable home where you just have you live with your parents and you're thrown into a huisjesmelker situation. How do you adjust to that?
You don't.
You get out.
Yeah,
True,
you
but
get out, man.
But
It's
for the time
yeah.
when you're there, you gotta try and make the best of it somehow, right?
At that point, I was in a mentality of like, okay, I'm here. I gotta make shit work. So I gotta
and
make
then,
shit work.
Try to get out as quick as
Yeah,
possible.
and at a certain point, it got too much where I started like. I usually never reach out and ask people for help, but I was back in in the time of Facebook, like posting like, "Hey, if anybody has a room, I need to get out now," kind of like situation. So,
But that helps more than you think, putting it on socials and
yeah,
asking
it does.
people.
It does, especially nowadays.
It helps more
Viemos
than-
is
yeah,
But also to the point that Daryl said, like something that I didn't know and really caught me off guard is also the amount of rights you have here as a renter. Because in my current housing situation as well, I had a little spat with my landlord. And
maybe you're the problem.
maybe I am the problem, but I'm
I don't
not.
wanna say
Because here's the thing: I won my cases, but yeah, I like back home. I'm used to like, hey, if your landlord doesn't like you, you go to work, you come back home, all your stuff is outside of the house. The house is locked. You don't live here anymore.
I don't know if that really happens though.
No, a couple cases where that has happened. Yeah,
I never heard of it actually happening. That's like
I
it's like hardcore soap opera shit. But I don't know if like people who it actually happened when
Yeah.
they came home and shit outside.
Yeah, yeah.
That's,
Or the tenants just up and leave. Like one day they take all their stuff and then
Just bounce.
the homeowner, all the light fixtures and stuff like that are also gone. For example.
Oh wow.
See, ghetto shit.
Yeah, but
Different kind of ghetto.
yeah.
True. I mean, in that situation, we've all been to a hotel once, and you take something just to take something.
I don't light fixtures.
Yeah. Or you take a remote.
What?
Why? Why?
Right, what about towels? Like towels?
No.
Why?
You don't take a towels?
Why would you take a remote?
Because you gotta get back to the man. You pay so much for the room. You gotta leave a little some.
If you didn't want to pay for the room, don't pay for the room. Don't
Yeah.
pay for the room and then think.
Come on.
I know.
You gotta leave it a little some.
At most, I'll take the
know.
little soap thingies, but that's about it.
Come on. You gotta live with like a remote, some
A
towels.
remote.
Well,
glass.
okay, so you take a remote. What do you do with it? Because that
like
remote
a
is for that TV.
It's a souvenir. Like I did that.
So you have a collection of random ass user remotes in your closet.
Not anymore. I mean, they're probably I don't know where they're at, but
So
yeah.
you
No,
take
that-
it, you land back home, and then you throw it in the trash.
Like
No, you keep it for a bit and then you throw it in the
We
trash.
grew up in the hotel industry, so I think we had maybe a little bit more respect for the
Yeah,
hotel than you
yeah.
did.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But a fucking remote, que carajo wat essa com remote? Die Toshiba,
Yeah.
tava com Samsung na
You
casa.
might maybe what to look at what Toshiba, someone has a Toshiba, but it's more like a memorabilia thing.
Try like hawk a remote at school. Hey, wat die Toshiba na casa? Wat die Toshiba? Die Toshiba.
Now we don't mangle on Toshiba, no.
And look, okay, I can kind of get taking the batteries.
Uh-huh.
Because let's say it's double A.
Yeah, right?
With the Game Boy, was it go? I can get that. But to monitor a remote, brother.
Man.
Or like, let's say they have like really, really nice mugs or something. I guess that could qualify more as souvenir. I'm not saying do it. I'm not condoning his shit.
Do it.
But nah, bro. I think they expect you to take like the toiletries and stuff like that. But a towel?
Yeah, they got nice
Yeah, a
towels
towel.
there.
But a towel that a bunch of people have used as well.
I mean, they clean it, supposedly. What about a bathrobe? Like a nice cashmere bathrobe or something?
I don't know
like
what
Some-
hotel.
some
I don't know what
hotels-
hotels you've been into, but I've never been to a
Some
hotel
of them
that has
have
cashmere.
complimentary. You're supposed to take them like the slippers and shit. But
that. I thought everything's complimentary.
you have to just go to a hotel with another suitcase to be able to.
Just fill it up, yeah.
And
Yeah.
que carajo, like stick it to the man. Like what man? Was it going like you're not impoverished in any way? Was it going?
Well, you pay so much, so you
Delusional
gotta leave it a little something because you pay so much for it, you gotta leave it something.
I already see Graham like packing his luggage. He's like, I'm a bad boy.
Next to the memories.
And if you can't take anything, he'll just be in the corner, just like send a message. I know.
No, but back to the point. For me, I had no idea how much rights I had as a renter. Because my Dutch friends were like, "Hey man, what this landlord is doing is not right. Go to huurcommissie and whatnot." Whole case, like legal case and stuff like that, and I didn't have to pay especially because I was in the right. I didn't have to pay a dime, and the landlord had to pay me back as well.
It's good.
And
Mama landlord.
and if I didn't know that,
Stick it to the man.
like my mentality beforehand from the islands would have been like, "Oh crap, I'm gonna kicked out. I need to pay this extra money and whatnot." So yeah,
because
I didn't
the
know.
friends you're referring to is my wife. She told you, boy, like regel shit. Hoezo? Like just take it on the chin and see,
Yeah, but it wasn't just her. It was also Peter and Lars, my Dutch friends. They were the first ones because they also had issues with their landlord, and they also went through that. And they're like, nah,
Yeah,
this
Flo was
is
all like, what the fuck is Chris's problem? Why doesn't
Yeah.
he just do this, and this? I'm like, oh, because he doesn't know that it works that way.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
But sometimes it doesn't always work out well.
Yeah, exactly. But you have to be 100% sure that you're in the right as well.
No, not just that, because some of these folks are criminals and some of them are gangsters, like wannabe gangsters.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
in the
yeah,
house
yeah.
we live in Overvecht, hey, fuck overweg. The house that we lived in there, like the whole block was, I think, 6 apartments or something above a Turkish supermarket. We're owned by the same people. And these well-intended, I think, organizations come and they put those briefs in your brief box, like, are you paying too much for rent?
Yeah.
They should be the norm. You might be overpaying. You can, like, sign up here and we'll fight your case for you and stuff.
Yeah.
So we held off just because there were a lot of shitty shit going on in that neighborhood. And the guy, when you go up the stairs, the first apartment had, like, 3 cameras pointing outside, like security cameras and shit.
Yeah.
So we were like,
Kind of sketchy.
that's odd, yeah. And then apparently the girl next to us, like, she got harassed and like the like goons from the landlord like hot glued her keyhole shut and shit.
Oh, wow.
And like some guy came to harass and
This ruins it for everyone.
yeah,
man.
we're like, see, like I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
Because we were just starting Iron House then, so
Even more shit.
and sometimes we have to come home like at 1 o'clock or something. No, moet je gedoe. Like, you know what? Let's just move somewhere else, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So it doesn't always, like, if you can take him to court and fight your case, awesome.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
If they're thuggish people, if you got
thuggish.
some goons, was Kiko
Yeah.
van Boele voor Antiano, like, you need this hassle. Was going?
Yeah.
What about you? What's a jarring thing?
Look, I'm just gonna say it. I love my white people, bro. I love everyone. But why?
See, wait. See how he's prefacing that?
Yeah.
And he means it.
I mean, I do. I
Yeah,
truly do.
he
I
loves his
truly
white
do.
people,
I
but-
truly- why do y'all stink in the summer so badly, bro? Like,
Okay, we have to be careful not to overgeneralize.
It's not all of them.
no, it's not all of them.
Okay.
No, definitely not all of them.
Like,
but the majority.
Because this is a complaint I hear from Dutch people as well.
Yeah.
Towards,
So, no, towards themselves.
Oh,
Towards-
okay, okay,
so
okay, okay. You scared me.
They're
Oh.
fellow Hollandeses.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like I'll be honest, bro, coming from the islands, I can picture it's fucking 30 degrees at all times.
Yeah.
The sun is beaming on you.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beaming on you at all times.
Beautiful.
Calor.
But I don't ever remember like, this person stinks. Or why does this person stink? Unless you're like outside working, or if you just had you played soccer or football or something.
And there's
like
a
that.
reason to.
Yeah, there's a reason to. But other than that, no. So I just don't get it here, and it also makes me question like because I think with our friendship we can be honest with each other, right? I can tell you, Daryl, you stink because you have something in your beard, blah 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 blah, right?
Yeah.
But that makes me
I hope you do, because
Yeah,
otherwise
I
I'm
mean-
walking around with shit in my beard.
Exactly. So that just makes me think: do they not have that here, where I have a group of friends and they have a group of friends
good
and they
question.
smell each other like, yo, just tell them. You don't have to say it aloud, but you quickly, yo, Chris, you kind of stink. Go
You
do
know,
something
now
about
that you
it.
mentioned that, it's funny because in the gym we have the same problem.
But in the gym-
but besides that, people like you're working out and that like some body odor is expected.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you have good hygiene, you wear deodorant. There's no reason to stink, even if you're working out. There's not like I never smell bad when I work out
True,
because I
yeah.
always put on deodorant, always put on cologne. But you have people who have, for example, like wrist wraps and knee sleeves, and they collect sweat over time,
And
people
then
don't
they don't
wash
wash
them.
them,
So
yeah.
those things can stink also.
Yeah, true.
And then they come up to me, tell me, hey, this guy's knee sleeve stinks. Can you tell me about it?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy to do it because it's my gym.
Yeah.
But it's also like, you can't just tell someone like, hey, just so you know, your knee sleeves smell. Like it like people have such a hard time telling each other that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But isn't that funny though? Because the Dutch are known for their Dutch directness.
exactly.
Oh, that's
but
a good point,
only when
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
only when it conveniences them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess in that sense, I could think about it. Like, if you don't know the person like that, it might be difficult to tell them. You know?
But again, like the Dutch botheid, like
Yeah, true.
Hongetaf, Dutch botheid.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you have
yeah,
to come
yeah.
to me all the way in front of the gym. You're like, hey,
Hey,
can you tell this
him
guy?
about- yeah,
and
yeah.
like you can say it in a nice way, and some people just don't know. Like if you're used to your own body odor,
I guess you don't smell it, yeah.
What's it called?
But yeah, this just makes me think how friendships and stuff you work, because they don't tell each other or warn each other, like, hey, you kind of smell or this or that. Go do something about
yeah,
it.
like so back in the day, in the summer, in the OV, in the train.
Bro, even
sometimes-
nowadays still.
On the way over here, didn't you see it in my text? Like I was sitting at Leida waiting for the train to like come up. The train like let out because it was the last stop. Everybody got out of the train. It was like the whole crowd was walking around with full diapers, man. It was not nice.
And I think again, we definitely don't want to overgeneralize, but
No,
it is a thing though.
It
It's
is a
something
thing,
that
yeah.
Yeah.
that
It is a thing.
like us as Antianos, like communally, you'll hear about people
Yeah,
will bring it
yeah.
up that,
It's-
especially
it's-
when it's warmer weather.
It's bad.
It's definitely one of the stereotypes.
I never ever leave the house without deodorant and cologne.
and
Never.
The shower.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
But that's
and
that
no,
should,
it's of course for
oh,
us.
true,
but,
true,
you
good
know?
point. But
Yeah.
without missing a beat, like I don't care if it's just even 2 sprays, because I'm a hugger. I love to hug people, but you can't go up and rolling on people like not having your fucking toothbrush. I know.
And especially them who, like, I'm sorry, I'll keep going on about this. How they, which I still don't get, is how they openly just spray deodorant.
Yeah,
But then do that in that situation. I just don't get it. You're so, with the butt height, you're open with spraying the deodorant, but when you need to do it, you don't do it. So I don't there's something missing in that equation.
Yeah.
There's something, I don't know if
and again, I have to stress, we're not talking about everyone.
yeah. We'll put a disclaimer.
Yeah, because we're gonna get canceled. A Wookie, what's it called?
But the
Start
thing
off
is,
right.
Yeah. So I don't know if we as Caribbeans have to give a seminar or something.
dude.
If we have to give a
But
talk.
to me, like,
but yeah, something's
like-
gotta change.
like my dad heavily stressed the importance of smelling good as a man. He told me, do not leave the house not smelling good, no matter what. And during puberty, it was also like, because you never know when you're gonna have to, like, you know, shoot your shot with a honey. That was part of it, but it was also like a bit of self-respect and also
Yeah, and
be able
just-
to present yourself.
Exactly.
And he's just like, no sali cas, sinto hole bom.
Sanka.
Home. And I would get in the car sometimes, you know, like, Babponedeo, no?
Yeah.
Sanka pa din, bye.
There's a bit of rekening houden met je medemens, you know, like other people
also.
around you. But I want give them a pleasant experience as well.
And I can respect people who work like in like solid blue collar jobs and shit.
Yeah,
and
like I said,
at the end of the day, what's like getting shit about
that's
it.
fine. The same what you said with the gym. Like I understand, like you're working out, you're sweating, so I can understand if you smell a bit funky. What's it going? But if you're just sitting in
Casually.
a or just chilling or whatever like at a terrace or a cafe, there should be no reason.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but but what Daryl said as well. Like some of my colleagues, after a long day of hard work and sweat and whatnot, when they get to the office, they're like, okay, cool, switch into my civilian clothes, spray myself, and then I'm out. You know, you don't have to take your work with you.
Yeah, at least that. So yeah, that's one of the things for me. Yeah.
And it's something that still.
Yeah. I don't think it will ever be solved. I think we'll have this problem for the rest of eternity. But it's just something that bothers me.
I just wonder
It
if
bothers
it's. I have no idea. It might be a super ignorant thing to ask, but I just wonder if everyone just always wear deodorant.
But
like, Nakasao is not really an option. You kind of have to because
You
it's
have
hot
to.
as shit. I just don't hear if it's like a standard thing.
Yeah.
Maybe they do it in the winter, they don't. In the summer, they do. Like, I have no idea. I've never asked.
Yeah.
Again, it might be the dumbest thing I've ever asked about, pero
Yeah.
I'm echt nog zo.
But that leads to the age-old question of how often should you shower? Because it is a known thing that among not everyone again, but amongst the white community, they shower less than the black community, right?
Yeah, like
So-
in the winter they shower less because it's not as hot. So
Exactly. And
Is it like not shower daily?
No, like maybe
One-
some of them, but maybe also like just once a day, you know. But some of them even they skip a few days. They do like maybe I don't know. I'm just saying something like 2 or 3 times a week, something like that. So that also begs the question, like,
you better not go out in public those days. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
You know, it's a small segue. Was really weird. I don't know if everyone does it, but I know of for a lot of people here, it's normal to use a new clean towel every single day.
Yeah, that's weird for me, man.
no,
Like,
that is
Every single day.
that's a lot of laundry, my guy.
Like never reuse a towel twice.
Wow, that's actually good on them, I guess. But
Good on them. How fucking wasteful that is.
no, it is
Water
wasteful.
and shit.
But yeah, true. But you have a new towel every time, you know.
Yeah,
in
but
that
you,
sense,
but you don't have to have one.
I guess you don't have to.
Like
but
if you bathe like a normal person and you're clean, you dry off and you hang the towel and it dries.
I don't know.
Tu
Yeah.
santo dia,
I don't know.
brother.
I don't know what the exact science is on that. So maybe they're right.
so.
Maybe they're onto something. But I guess I can understand why. I can see what they're going for.
Even hotels will tell you if it's dirty, put it on the floor. We'll replace it.
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
clean, hang it
It
up.
up,
And
yeah.
so we can
Save
conserve
it.
some water.
No, I get that. It's
Like
excessive.
like those people, I wonder what their water bill is, man, because
Yeah, it must be crazy.
Water
their
costs
wash
nothing
machine
here,
must,
so that's probably why.
no, but like their
Orientas
their
de coño,
electricity,
yeah.
because
Latino.
their wash machine must be running like daily if they're doing
which
towels. Because let's say you're in a typical like 2 to 3 person household, like parents and kids, everybody gets a new towel every day.
So
That's a lot of
a
towels.
lot, yeah.
again, I don't know how. I only know of certain people who do it.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's like zo normaal dat iedereen het doet.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
But it might just be like an
A
exceptional
niche
thing.
Yeah, probably sounds like
Yeah,
it.
but that when the first time I heard it, I was like, "Wait, you're joking, right? Nah, every single day, not even like.
yeah.
What if you shower in the morning and you hang it up? and I can get if you shower in the morning and you shower in the evening, that those two towels, like, it's not
Yeah,
dry enough.
yeah,
So you have a
it's
morning
so bad.
towel and an evening towel. I can get that. Was it going to give a 24 hour?
Yeah.
Pero tu
To
santo
them,
dia.
yeah, it's a lot.
And also,
That's a lot.
if they shower twice a day,
Oh wow, that's
A lot of towels, my guy.
That's a lot of towels.
there's a lot of towels, dude.
It's a lot of wastage.
Yeah, but then my question would be as well: do they have like a locker full of different towels?
I have no
Or are
idea.
they just like they have the 7 towels and then they just have to keep
I
rotating
have
them?
no idea. That's more information than I ever got gathered, but
Yeah, fair.
It's,
it was a weird thing that I noticed one time.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
even a quicker segue, no? That doesn't really have to do with what we're talking now, but I have to
It's not a
address.
segue, but
I have
okay.
to-
Yeah,
I have
you have
to-
to
I have to
address
address
something.
it. I have to address
Okay,
it.
full disclosure, Graham doesn't speak for all of us.
I have to address.
Yeah, and you stared at me for a while there, like, is it addressed at me? What the
No,
fuck?
no, no, it's addressed at our people.
Oh, just so you know, when Graham's both his hands come off the table, and he furls his brow and
That's
and
my
he
Andrew Tate
snarls,
style.
then something's coming.
Look, I just mentioned I love all white people, right?
God, it's
I
not
love all our people as well.
Our
But
people, okay?
What is it with putting all that baby powder and not wiping it? Like they just
Yeah,
dab
I
it
don't
and
know.
it's
Sass, I think
white.
I
Like,
don't get it.
Is that
needs to
still
be
still a thing though? Because I think like back in our day, it was a more of a thing.
I still see it.
I think it was like
probably
a
about
style.
the old heads. They're still doing it for sure.
I have a feeling that there's an old timey cultural reason for it. Was it called like
What could that be?
I don't know what it is, but I'm sure this one's because like our grand folks' parents did that shit. Was it called? So I don't know. Like I have a feeling that it has like a sensible but not a really good reason. Was it called?
For context, what Graham is talking about is like back home, because of the heat and the humidity, to help keep yourself refreshing and dry, you would have talc
it does
powder.
that.
I don't know if that's the reason.
I think that's the reason. but I don't- I
That's
think it
that's the
actually
reason
does
what
that.
I used it.
Yeah.
But they would take talc powder and then you put either like a towel or a sponge or whatever, and then they would dab that on their bodies in certain parts. But there were some people
Never done
that
that.
would do it to the point where it's like they took the talc powder and basically poured it all over themselves and then put on a shirt
Very good.
I've never done that.
without wiping.
No,
No,
but
I haven't done it. I've used the talc powder, but not where you can see that I've used it. It was
Yeah.
it was really weird.
But just someone in the comments explain it to me, because there's got to be some logic behind it that maybe
Como decía eso?
it absorbs it better than if you smear it in, or it lasts longer if you leave it like that instead of smearing
and
it
it's only
in. but-
dudes. I've never seen a female with that either.
Was
So
it estranho,
True,
so,
that's very true.
like my instinct would be to just like put on like lotion. Because you got ashy skin and shit.
Yeah,
what's it
that
called?
makes sense.
But then if you combine the lotion also then with the powder, like you're like walking
becomes a
around
paste.
all pasty and shit. What's it
Like
called?
Ross.
Yeah, like Ross.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I just wanted to address that.
back to the
quickly.
topic at hand.
Yeah,
Like,
sorry. I just have to get that off my chest. That's
what's another thing that shocked you?
For me, like if we're talking about like a big thing that was really like a culture shock, and it still throws me off, and I still have to like revert back to that framework, is just a whole individualistic versus communal kind of society. Like people here are so individualistic, just focused on themselves and only care about them. Not only again,
not all of them.
we're speaking hyperbolically just to make a point, but the whole society is just built around you take care of you, and on the off chance you can like help someone else, like not in all sense, because again, Chris said, for example, like renters' rights and stuff like that. So there's systems built to make sure everyone is good.
Yeah.
But on the individual level, how people like treat each other, was so individualistic.
It's-
But also
yeah, it's weird.
even among family members, people who they see their cousins like once every 3 months and they don't even know each other, and like family members who need help, and like you have to ask for help. Like, so you don't ask for help. If I'm in trouble, my family helps. What's that called?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I know, like there's so many examples of just the individual mindset, and that's just how I guess this part of the world is.
But you think it's more of a hindrance or a good
No,
thing?
it's just something to get used to. It's something to
Yeah.
realize, adapt, and know how to deal with that. But like, I'm a silly guy. Like I keep thinking everyone wants to like help each other. Everyone wants to be positive. Everyone wants to help your neighbor. And stuff as well.
Yeah.
And then you get called like a really good neighbor if you do like basic shit.
Yeah.
What's it called?
If you give some sugar.
Yeah, what's it called? Like
Sugar.
if you give a little bit of a damn,
Yeah,
you seem exceptional.
Uh-huh.
And I guess there's a lot of advantages to that as well. I mean, always being communal is a good way to get hurt a lot or to
True, I
like,
guess you can protect yourself.
like
in
have
that
to
way.
spread your resources emotionally and monetarily like thinner than you would want to. Was it going? I get there's upsides, but that's one thing when I got here. It's like, damn, people really are just about their own business.
Yeah, but even then, they try to make their business your business or your business their business, and that can also be like irritating every so often.
Nosy
because
neighbors.
Then
What do you mean?
for example, a friend of mine, he was trimming like he has a house, trimming his hedges and whatnot, and then his neighbor had the gall to tell him, "Oh no, you shouldn't cut it like that. It's not gonna grow." Blah, blah,
but
blah.
that's something else.
No, I know, but it made it to a point where both the couples came to my friend and told him, "No, don't do that, blah blah blah," and he was like, "Yeah, just mind your business."
Yeah.
But the quote unquote information / advice they gave wasn't even right because now what he wanted to do was with his hedges managed. He cut it just the way so that it grows in the way that he wanted.
Yeah, but
So-
I'm that's an example of just how Dutch people in general, in my opinion, and I don't mean this in a bad way, they're just very nosy and opinionated people. I think that's more that Dutch botheid coming back again.
Whoa. I think Antianos are also very nosy and opinionated.
Yeah, but in my opinion, it's
Nos
different
gustaría
way.
tú.
See, yeah.
Like
Wait, what'd you say?
Antianos will like say it behind your back. Dutch people will say it in your face in front of everyone.
But what would you rather have though, behind your back or in front of in your face?
Neither bothers me. I would rather have it in my face because
Right? Yeah.
I'm more than secure enough to deal with it.
Yeah.
But Dutch people will like come up to you, be all like, "Hey, by the way, this is wrong and it sucks, and you should do
Yeah,
this."
yeah.
This. Antianos was like at least like
Give you those
like
courtesy.
Antianos love to gossip like a lot.
Yeah.
But it's still a little bit more subtle. It's nuanced.
Yeah, true.
There's no nuance with Dutch people.
No.
They'll like if
They'll
you
say it as
if
it
you
is.
read reviews on Google of like restaurants and stuff like
Yeah.
and if it's a expat writing something and a Dutch person writing something,
You see the difference.
You're like, damn, bro, resta sua, buku king.
Yeah.
It's hard, but the whole opinionated thing is also one of the things that it took time to get used to because
Yeah.
like again on the islands people are very opinionated, but
for sure.
but they keep it. There's like still like a barrier between the person who they're having opinion about. It's not.
Yeah,
They didn't come
yeah.
in your face and say it. Here, people are just hard about it. They're just.
Yeah.
It's also just 100%. I don't think anyone can disagree. It's a much colder country when it comes to that. Just your interaction with people.
Yeah.
It's just business.
Like
to
sometimes
them.
I see people hug each other. I'm like, damn. Like I hug my enemies better than that. So
Yeah, but even that was also like a culture thing. Like you said, we're huggers. So like in my friend group,
Y'all huggers.
in the beginning, when I made my friends, like a lot of my friends were.
I was about saying this.
See.
True. Yeah.
My Dutch friends are actually co-workers and whatnot. So in the beginning, yeah, it's always just a hi. But then when we established that like friendship, like, hey man, how's it going? You know, you give him the one like hand clap, and then you go in for the hug.
The bro hug.
Yeah, exactly.
Tuck it in, dog. Tuck it in.
Like at the first time, it always catches them off guard. But now it's to the point where they expect it. Like, hey man, what you're not hugging me today? What did I do?
Yeah, but that's also one of the things I like about it here, or that I've learned, I've got a fondness for, is once you do create that relationship with people, I don't know if it's like a they've been deprived of warm relationships or some shit, but once you do,
You have a friend for life.
Chris says like they expect it, and it becomes like once you take the next step in your relationship, it's solid. What's that called? A lot of my clients also, like they're clients first, but then you have a relationship and you become friends and stuff.
Yeah,
And I'm a hugger. Now all my clients, as soon as they walk in, they come and
for the
hug
hug.
me.
Yeah,
Even if I'm giving class,
Yeah.
they walk up to me and like just quick hug, you know.
Yeah.
And then people who are maybe new to the gym or people who aren't used to that, they're like, why is this guy hugging
hugging me,
everyone?
yeah.
And the thing is, I'm hugging everyone. I'm being hugged because I've
You planted a seed.
what's it going?
Yeah,
Yes, I've taught that to
yeah.
people. So
Yeah.
once you get that relationship, then you're homies for life. What's it going?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, that's my dude. Yeah, what's it going?
But that also reminds me of the before you get to the hugging stage, you always have the awkward dap. Like with us, we dap. We
So,
just know how it goes.
What's it
You
going?
know?
We
You
know
just
what
how
we're
it
doing.
goes,
What's it going?
exactly.
It's-
But then it's also like either they hold it or they go for a handshake
and
or
dude,
it's,
you know what? You know what always like
Ugh.
throws me off a little bit. You have these guys that they're when they say me Antiano, maybe like their grandparents were Antiano or something, but then they're fully
so yeah.
Kaskoppen here. What's it called?
Namakambia.
And then they find out that you're Antiano, or like they see that you're not white and stuff. So they feel inclined to like step up their islandness a little bit.
I'm gonna turn my Antiano to 11.
And it's more adorable than anything else. But they give you like such an intense dab. Like they really like pull on your hands and shit, and then they do like the snap afterwards. I don't do that shit. No one on the islands does that extra money finger snap. Some people do, but then they come up and they give you a dab, and then they pull you in, and then they do like a big, and then as soon as like you hit the box, it's like that whole snapping when you saw.
Or they do the box extra hard. Like, I'm like, yo, easy, bro. You're gonna break my hand,
First
bro.
time someone did to me, like the whole like. Like, what the fuck just happened? Like, are you super dexterous? And it just throws me off, and I'm all like, cool, bro.
Funny,
I love the effort. I love that you tried.
It's always so awkward, but then you move past it.
Nah, but the whole individualistic thing, like, again, like, I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just something that you have to get used to.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it
most
also
definitely.
depends if you grew up in Curacao. I mean, like, in general, no country or society island is going to be 100% one thing. It's a spectrum, and different parts, different strokes, different folks.
Yeah.
But here, it shows up in the culture and how people treat each other, and like the way systems and services are built. And one thing that always still annoys me to this day, which kept annoying me before, and it was kind of a double whammy. When I just moved here, so I go to school, no one greets properly when you get to like a bus stop, in the bus or something. And I've learned that that's more like Randstad shit, like city stuff. You go in Dorpjes, apparently it's not the case. In Dorpjes, everyone says because I guess smaller,
smaller communities. It's more.
Every time I walk up to bushalte in the first month here, goedemorgen. People like, who's this guy? So that I had to like be like, you know what? Screw y'all don't get my good mornings anymore. But one thing that still irks me, like every single time I deal with it, that's why I just don't use Ove anymore. People stopping in the middle of the walkway. You're walking, like everyone knows, rechts moet kan. Centraal station or in a train.
Oh, you mean like, just
stop. Gewoon stop. I'm a big dude. I don't want to bulldoze an old lady over. But you can't have hallenbaan. Like you're the only ones on the goddamn planet.
Yeah, true.
But I have it so often, and I still do. Maybe it's just my bad luck. But kana, and there's normal distance. I keep at least an arm's reach and a half. I don't want to be anyone's business. Kana, you're in a hurry and someone just dead stops. And
you gotta maneuver, you gotta twist
you're
around.
surrounded by people, so you can't
really do anything. So no, I remember I used to have that, but no, I was recently, I don't think I've encountered it as much where people just dead stop. But yeah, that's annoying.
I mean, the last time we had it was the first time I actually like experienced it with you. But it was so bad.
The old lady?
Yeah, exactly. Because it was the old lady, Daryl, then Graham, then me. But I didn't notice where the old lady was.
So then at a certain point, I'm like, see past us.
Like I'm walking toward the escalator thing, and Graham's like not moving. Yeah, I have the bad habit. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna push this guy forward.
I'm like, why are you pushing?
Yeah, exactly. Then like, there's an old lady in the way. My bad.
Yeah, because you push him, he falls on me, and I kill the lady.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah, that whole like, and that might be a part of the whole individualistic thing. I might be like looking too far into it.
Yeah.
But that shit annoys the living.
Yeah, but it's
off of me, dude.
I think it's just, I don't know, they miss some kind of common sense there. Because I'm thinking if I'm walking, there are a bunch of people walking behind me, there's no way I can just stop. Unless it's something life or death, I can't just stop in the middle of a walkway.
You're walking, you check behind you first.
Yeah.
You slowly slow down, but like a dead stop.
Yeah, or move to the left, move to the right.
On their phone, they're already on their phone walking, so they're already not being super considerate.
Yeah.
On their phone walking, and then like,
stop.
They got a like or some shit. I don't know what it is, pero. No, quit loco.
They saw Kunuku spices follow them. So then I get it. Then you gotta stop.
I get it.
Oh, yeah.
But the biggest thing for me that like I didn't expect it to be as jarring as it was is the high level of complaining that people do here. Which is weird because Antianos complain too.
Everyone complains.
Yeah, but Antianos complain in a very specific way. Zeur. But Dutch people have a way of complaining like it's a national sport. Like it's such a high, and there's complaining where they're not really that upset, but they just need to voice their opinion.
Yeah, just need to get it out.
complaining where there's niks on the hand,
Yeah.
but they're like
They gotta say something.
they're upset.
Yeah,
You know, they've been wronged.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's complaining about things that they've complained the opposite about before. So, good weather, it's too hot. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Bad weather, shit, bad weather. Okay.
Ja, dat is ook
En-
nooit goed.
and
Ja.
I'm happy that in my gym I can corroborate my opinion with a lot of Dutch people too, because
Mm-hmm.
they all say the same thing. They all like it's a running joke that Dutch people complain.
Yeah.
So it's not an original opinion. So if you feel like you need to attack me for this, then
Not all of
you
them.
might want
Not
to
all of
reflect
them.
on that.
Yeah.
But the level of complaining in this country about the most
Yeah.
innocuous shit, I'm like,
But I think that comes.
like
Yeah.
you know how good we have it here, where
Exactly.
we're so safe and set, and
It comes from luxury because you have everything's
those
already
are-
fixed. You know, everything's good. You're good. So then, yeah, I'm just gonna complain
Yeah,
about
gotta complain about
whatever.
something.
You know.
what?
You got to complain about something. So.
Why?
I don't know. That's how they feel. You got to
don't
complain
have
about
to.
something.
Like
Yeah.
you do yourself such a disservice by filling in most of your vocabulary in a day with just complaints.
Complaints.
Maar ik heb de zeur. Gewoon be
Het is
grateful
een
for shit.
bezigheid. Het is een bezigheid. Dat is ook wel-
Yeah, but that's the thing.
It's a bezig-
It's a way of like filling in like quiet moments in a conversation. I feel
Could be.
it's like a reverse stop word or something.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
It's
'cause
it's
not-
also
yeah,
it's
that's
also
not-
an icebreaker for a lot of people as well. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
I like it. Oh,
Because yeah, with every conversation, regen, weer, they have to talk about the weather.
Yeah.
They have, I mean, I get it. It's bad. It sucks. But what you gonna do about it?
and some people like, hoe gaat het op werk? Ja, it's
Ja, true.
gezeik. I'm like, yeah, no, surprise.
Yeah, I think it is indeed. Inderdaad.
Indeed, nice. I like that.
It's a classic
A
one.
way to fill the conversation or to be an
It's just,
icebreaker.
sometimes I'm all like, people start complaining and I just zone out and I just nod and smile. You guys know me. I'm a very positive person. I'm very big on like positivity and like that side of like mental health and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's very natural to me. Sometimes people come in and they just fucking complain. That's why some people in my gym, some of the clients, they're no matter what, they're cheery. They come in, they always make an effort to be positive and shit. So I'm like, that's my dog.
Yeah.
Shout out to Silvan, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet in their whole fucking life.
I don't know you, but
Yeah,
shout
I
out
love
to
that
you.
dude. And other people saw, not a lot, but again, it's so normal here. It's just normal to complain about every damn thing that nobody notices. And I have conversations sometimes where I point it out, and then they start noticing it, they start agreeing with it.
Yeah.
And then we keep on the conversation, and in the conversation, they're complaining about stuff. And then they're like, oh shit, I just did it again. Like, exactly. What's it going?
Yeah, it's in their nature. They can't
But
help it.
Antiano's complain as well, and complain a lot. But I don't know why to me it's different. I wonder if someone else can like point that out, like
Maybe
why
biased?
it feels different. That might be it.
Might be
I might
biased.
100% just be biased.
Yeah. But I think maybe Antiano's a complain with a bit of, because I think when we complain with
with a little bit of spice.
like
we,
no,
we,
but
we like to sing when we complain.
Yeah,
we put
like-
some humor in it too.
Independent.
Like,
I think.
but we put some
Sad.
humor in it. Like
That
you can
vooral.
also laugh a bit. Yeah, he's complaining, but he's also like joking in a way.
Ja,
You know?
you guys also conta, I'm cansado.
Yeah, exactly.
Culpa na werken. You did nothing. Was it going?
Exactly. So maybe that's.
But I
maybe
think
that's
also
it.
why when Antianos complain, it's like it's not like have an end. It's just like let it out and be done with it. But sometimes like Dutch people, they want to complain to kind of like plant their flag in that on that hill and they want to die on that hill. Or they feel like it's a personal attack on them or something. And Antianos just complain
just to get it out.
I think so. Maybe I don't know what it is exactly.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
there's a level of complaining here that to me sometimes I'm all like, okay, Dutch people complaining, gotta schakel back. Has nothing to do with anything. It's just
Just how they are. They
putting it out
gotta.
there in the universe. What's going on?
Yeah. So we want to talk about some more things we dislike, or we want to talk about some things we do like, or.
We've been talking for almost 40 minutes now. I
Oh,
think,
okay. We can also wrap it up then. Yeah.
we can wrap it up.
Yeah, we can do a part 2, part 3, part 6.
Part complain.
I think there's a lot we can talk about this
It's
topic.
fucking
So.
ironic. I just complained about people complaining, and this whole episode is about complaining about shit. The irony is not lost on me. Okay, I just realized that we're complaining about complaining.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. I hope we're very curious to, as Antiano living here, what are things that were maybe jarring to you when you moved here, or are still something you gotta get used to.
Pretty sure we missed things.
If we got enough great comments in the comment section, maybe we can talk about those in the next episode when we revisit the topic.
And if you yourself are not Antiano, what are things that your Antiano friends or Antiano people around you do that's a bit weird. Let us know, because maybe it's something that we don't even notice. You know.
You know what would be interesting? To try to find out what Dutch people find jarring about us.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that. Yeah, that's also a good one. Because you gotta look at both sides of the coin.
Like, not to like, spoil anything, but Antianos are supposed to be known as loud, but Dutch people can be equally, if not more loud.
Yeah, put them.
The stereotyping about like loud Antianos. When I moved here for the first time, because I came here with that in my head, like Antiano is loud, so
keep it quiet.
No, not keep it quiet, but use strategically. Was like, I'm gonna hold myself quiet for nobody. I don't give a shit if I'm living here or not. But it's not always necessary. And I'm just same as Chris. We just have loud volume. When I moved here with that in my head, then I heard how loud all these Dutch people are. I'm like, what the fuck y'all complaining about of us then? Y'all even louder.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
In my experience, anyway.
Yeah, I think in general, I think we are still louder though.
But like when we're here, we know that we're in someone else's country. So like the loudness doesn't come out all the time. It comes out on occasion or certain situations. You're not gonna find people like a person walking down the street on the phone. Grita wat je doet ermee. Okay, wait. Now you're saying that. That's not really true.
You walk down Rotterdam, you're gonna hear some. You're gonna hear some.
But again, probably.
You're gonna hear some stuff. But yeah,
probably a good topic for next.
Yeah. That's
But let us know in the comments below what your experiences are, and we'll try to pop this into another episode another time. Do all the
social stuff.
All the
like,
stuff,
share, subscribe, hit
check
that
out
bell.
the website antiano.nl.
Show this video to all your friends.
Share it to people. Comment below. There's so much you gotta do now. Used to be just like and subscribe.
Now it's
you gotta
the whole shebang.
Like we understand the effort we're asking you to make.
We appreciate it.
How many thumb movements you gotta do? What's it called? But,
Hey, in the words of Tupac, you are appreciated.
Okay, I think we can't round it off any better. I think.
Well,
Just close it.
do we?